Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov chaired a meeting of the United Nations Security Council on Monday, which meant the representative of a country accused of violating the UN Charter and brutally invading its neighbor was given a platform to warn that the values of the world body were under threat.
As during the Cold War, we have reached the dangerous, possibly even more dangerous threshold.
Russia is a permanent member of the Security Council, which has a rotating monthly presidency. Before Lavrov's remarks, Secretary-General Antonio Guterres stated plainly that Moscow's invasion ran contrary to the United Nations mission.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine, in violation of the United Nations Charter and international law, is causing massive suffering and devastation to the country and its people, and adding to the global economic dislocation triggered by the COVID-19 pandemic.
And the U.S. envoy, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, went further.
Our hypocritical convener today, Russia, invaded its neighbor, Ukraine, and struck at the heart of the UN Charter.
Thomas-Greenfield also accused Russia of violating international law by wrongfully detaining Americans, calling for the release of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and ex-Marine Paul Whelan. Whelan's sister, Elizabeth, was in the chamber on Monday.
And I want Minister Lavrov to look into her eyes and see her suffering. I want you to see what it's like to miss your brother for 4 years. I'm calling on you right now to release Paul Whelan, Evan Gershkovich, immediately, to let Paul and Evan come home, and to cease this barbaric practice once and for all.
Before the meeting, Elizabeth Whelan accused Russia of arbitrarily detaining Americans as bargaining chips with the U.S.
This is not the work of a mature and responsible nation. It is the action of a terrorist state.
In addition to the U.S., a string of Security Council members, including France and Britain, condemned Russia for its war on Ukraine. But Moscow was not without allies in the room. China, which has a no-limits partnership with Russia, welcomed Lavrov as chair of the meeting and sided with Russia in condemning Western sanctions.
Unilateral sanctions that violate international law must be resisted.
The United Nations is working to save an agreement that allows the safe export of Ukraine's grain from Black Sea ports that could expire on May 18th.